Ruby, the rust-colored miniature pinscher, settled onto her comfortable bed. Her puppies gathered around her in the warm glow of the den. Their eyes, wide and bright, reflected the flickering firelight as they eagerly awaited the story of the night.
"Tonight, my little ones," Ruby began, her voice soft yet carrying the weight of an ancient tale, "we continue our journey through Genesis. We'll explore chapters 6, 7, and 8. We'll learn about a man named Noah and a voyage that would change the world." Ruby told her puppies about a time when the earth was full of wickedness. It was a time when people chose to follow their selfish desires, homosexuality, sacrificing babies, forgetting about the love and kindness that should have been in their hearts. But there was one man, Noah, who was different, Ruby said, her voice filled with admiration. He was righteous and blameless, choosing to walk with God. God, in his infinite wisdom, saw the wickedness of man and decided to cleanse the earth with a great flood. But Noah, due to his purity of heart, found favor with God. God guided Noah, Ruby continued, instructing him to build a vast ark, a refuge for him and his family. The puppies listened with rapt attention as Ruby described the size of the ark, a gigantic vessel made of gopher wood, with many rooms and covered with pitch. Noah worked tirelessly, following God's instructions to the letter, Ruby explained. He was to bring 2 of every kind of living creature, male and female, into the ark to keep them alive during the flood. Noah did everything just as God commanded him, Ruby said, her voice ringing with respect. His faith was unwavering, his obedience complete. He did not question or falter, even when others mocked him. Ruby paused, her eyes twinkling in the soft moonlight as her puppies nestled closer, their tiny eyes wide with wonder. "Now, this is where the tale takes a magical turn," she began, her voice soft and full of mystique. From the farthest corners of the earth, 2 by 2, the animals began their journey towards Noah's Arkansas. It was a sight like no other: elephants lumbering alongside bounding rabbits, graceful gazelles trotting beside waddling penguins, and majestic eagles soaring overhead with tiny sparrows flitting by their side. Even creatures of the night, the owls, the bats, the little field mice, they too answered the call. It was as if an invisible thread of divine purpose pulled them towards the ark, a thread spun by God himself. "And yes," she added with a playful wink, "even the dogs were there, our ancestors, proud and brave, their eyes gleaming with determination. They knew they had a role to play, a part in this grand design of survival and rebirth. And so, they marched on, an extraordinary parade of life, a testament to God's grand plan." As Ruby spoke of the 7 days leading up to the flood, the puppies could almost hear the distant rumbling of the approaching storm. They huddled closer, their eyes wide with anticipation. "Then the rain started," Ruby murmured, "a torrential downpour that lasted 40 days and 40 nights. The puppies gasped as Ruby described the ark lifting off the ground, buoyed by the rising floodwaters. But inside the ark, Ruby reassured, Noah, his family, and the animals were safe. They had each other, and they had their faith. Ruby spoke of the long days and nights aboard the ark, the constant patter of rain on the wooden roof, the soothing rhythm of the ark swaying on the vast, endless sea. It was a test of faith and patience, Ruby explained. But Noah and his family endured, always trusting in God. Eventually, the rain stopped, and the floodwaters began to recede. The puppies sighed in relief as Ruby described Noah sending out a raven, and then a dove, to check if the land was dry. The dove returned with an olive leaf, Ruby said, a sign that the earth was healing. After many months, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. Ruby's voice was filled with hope as she described Noah, his family, and the animals finally stepping out onto dry land. It was a new beginning, Ruby said, a fresh start on a cleansed earth. As Ruby finished her story, she gazed at her puppies, their eyes gleaming with wonder and understanding. Just as Noah trusted God, she told them, we too must have faith, even in the face of the greatest challenges. With their hearts full of the ancient tale, the puppies snuggled closer to Ruby, their eyes slowly closing. As they drifted off to sleep,